Okay. So in yes, yes. Like I copied one
Okay, let's
from
copy
that this.
anyone. Now,
I'm change it to maybe MIBI one. Like
M
I have
A
done
V I.
MIBI.
But
Like M1BI. Search it once.
okay, let's say four. But you should not create something starting with other alphabet. No. So if you remember, I told you
Oh,
it's not a good
okay.
practice to create anything with the standard ABCD. You should always create something starting with Y or Z.
Oh,
Okay. So you should always follow that practice. I think this one, right?
yes, 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 yes. MIB one, yeah.
Let's press again now. Now, what do you think? If I press F4, you
Yeah,
get only
yes, yes,
now you are getting
yeah,
only four combinations, right?
yes, yes. This is what I was asking Deepak.
Right. So now what is happening? See, when there is only one field, okay, and then if you're pressing F4, let's say, let me go to say order screen actually. If I go to VA01, okay, let's say this is the first field, okay. If I press F4, I will get all the entries, okay, irrespective of any filter. Now let's say I'm putting something here, let's say ZORG. Now if I press F4, it will not show me all the entries. Let's see. See, it is only showing the distribution channel which is somehow associated with the ZOR. Let us remove this ZOR now. And then let's try to click on F4. See, now there is no filter, right? So when if I press F4 now, this time, it will give me all the distribution channel. Okay. But if you give something at the first place, then system automatically filter down or narrow down your filter criteria based on this sales or what are the distribution channel available. Okay. And if you're just
So
typing
please
the
enter. So in distribution channel, please enter M1,
okay, M1 you can enter.
M1 or
If
MI.
you search F4, you can see M1 here. Hopefully it
Yeah.
will be there. Let's see.
So once we assign M1, yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. MIBA. Once scroll up a little bit, little bit. Yeah,
This one,
here.
right?
I said, yeah, yeah.
So
Once I
now you
send
see, I think you have already created the sales area, right? MI, V1, and then
yes, yes,
MI,
yes,
right?
yes.
So this is why it is showing.
So yeah, in distribution channel we assign MI. So in sales organization we can see only MIV1.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's remove it. Now you have entered MI. Now let's press F4. No,
Or we
it's
can
giving
see all.
everything.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So this is how
And I
actually.
explored the hidden button also, Deepak. It is not working for
Yeah,
me
that I
to.
couldn't check actually. I couldn't get a time to check on that one. I will check that one. I'll answer you that one. Okay. That hide the checkbox, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay, I will tell you. I
hidden.
couldn't get a time to explore that thing. So I'll let you know once I check it. Because see, this is actually a testing system, okay, and everybody is doing their own testing. You, people team, MM team, basis team, okay, MF team. So sometimes what will happen, they play around with the standard thing only. Like you created MI, right? MI is not the correct or right practice to create a distribution channel. Right?
Yes.
Similarly, what these people do, some consultant or some new people actually, they don't do it intentionally. But what happens, they are not following the right practice. So what they do, they change the standard only. Okay, they take let's say the order type OR. Okay, order type OR is the standard one. So by mistake, what they do, just to save time, they will say, okay, let's take OR only. Let's play around with that OR only. So now they are damaging the standard document type only. Okay. So sometimes fewer standard things will also not work. So it's not because we have done something wrong. It's because someone has already played around and someone has damaged that configuration in the backend. That could also be a case in the testing server because this is system, this whatever server or client we are using, it is being used by multiple people, right? And most of them are mostly new, right? So knowingly, unknowingly, sometimes they damage the standard configuration. So sometimes that could happen.
So once like before assigning so first we should start with a distribution channel or division like those things, and then later we should assign sales or for many to many I was thinking like in this case.
Yeah. Anyway, you can
Yes,
do.
both
Anyway,
grammar, right?
anyway, you can do that. That's fine. You can type it if it is not coming in F4. If you want to
Yes, yes,
see when you
yes,
do this assignment right here, believe it is coming from your sales area. Whatever sales area you must have created, no, from there only it is taking the value.
yes, yes,
Okay. Anyway, if you're creating, let's say, another combination or a new or any new combination for which the sales area doesn't exist, means basically the distribution channel is not assigned to sales or, then eventually this also will not work, right? Because this
yes,
is a
yes,
combination basically. What we are doing, we are not assigning plant to one entity. You are assigning plant to the combination of sales or plus distribution channel. You
yes.
see the assignment of sales or slash distribution channel. Slash means something you can say in general word plus. So sales or plus
Yeah,
distribution
yesterday
channel
I've been
to
doing.
plant. Okay. So it's
Yesterday I
something.
tried different combinations, Deepak. That's the reason I got confused and I've been asked the question.
No, no, that's fine. That's fine. You can play around all these things, then you can have your answer. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
that's it from my side.
Okay. Anyone else? Any question? What was the page?
No, the,
Page number
What was the page number?
53.
Do you remember?
53.
53. So as of now, we have just created the sales org, right? But you must have seen when we created the sales org, there were few parameter or few controls. Okay, that we say something like, okay, tell me the controls of sales org, or like say they'll ask you, tell me if you fields available in the sales org. Okay, so that you should also know. So let's go to the path where we created the sales org basically. Let's take any right. You see, there are few fields. First, it has some address, it has some factory calendar. Okay, this factory calendar is something that you will assign at multiple places actually. Okay. You see, the factory calendar we will be assigning in a three org unit. Okay, this at sales org level you will also assign it. At plant level also you will also assign, and at shipping point also. Why? Because see, let's say there is a plant. Okay, so calendar is basically the days on which it works. Let's say there will be some shipping point, they are working 24/7, right? Or let's say there is a plant who is working 24/7. So that will have a calendar 24/7, right? But let's say there is a plant who is working only 5 days, or let's say only 6 days. Sunday they are not working. So all this you create a calendar basically, and you mark those days as a holiday, right? And also there will be some national holiday and all, right? So that day the whole plant or the specific point everything will be closed actually. So all those things we add it or we create a calendar basically, and then we assign all those dates. Okay, wherever it's holiday or it's non-functional day for that for that plant or shipping point, those all we assign it, and then that calendar we call it factory calendar basically, and then we assign that factory calendar to sales org and plant and shipping point, because see plant can have different kind of working hour and working time, right? Shipping point will also have a different factory calendar, right? Because see, maybe the plant is working only 5 days a week or 6 days a week, but the shipping point may be working 7 days a week, right? So that's why SAP has given a separate factory calendar. I mean, SAP has given the provision that you can assign a different factory calendar to these two different org unit. Okay, there are multiple places you can assign the factory calendar, but at the organization level, you can assign it to three places you can assign it, and where it will be impacting your process and all. Let's say today a customer came to you. Let's say today is 17th, right? Today a customer came to you and he asked something to deliver. Now let's say the product is ready. Okay, let's assume the product is ready, and it will take some 1 day to arrange some truck and lorry or something. Okay, let's say for transportation arrangement, you will need some 1 day, and your plant and shipping point works only 5 days. So now, what is the next day? Saturday, Sunday, right? So that day you cannot deliver. That you have to exclude from your calculation, right? And let's say, as you said, one day it will take you to arrange the truck, and let's say it's a big item, it will take some one day of loading. Okay, you will get some JCB, you will get some manpower, and then you will do some arrangement to load that heavy item into the truck, and then you deliver. And let's say it will take some one day to reach to the customer. So then at least you need 3 days. Now let's say today the customer placed the order. Now you cannot say that okay, 18th, 19th, 20 I can deliver, right? Because 18th, 19th your shipping point is not working. Clear? So now what you will say? 20 I will arrange the truck because 18th, 19th is my holiday. So 20 I will arrange the truck. 21 I will load it, and 22 by the end of 22 or 20 starting of 23 you will get the goods. Okay, so that's what shipping calendar plays a role actually in doing this all this calculation when the goods will be available, when the loading will happen, when we can deliver the goods to customer. Okay, to do all this calculation system, consider this one. There are a lot of other parameters as well, not only loading. Let's say, as I said, arranging the truck is another thing. Then loading is another thing. Let's say picking and packing. Let's say there is a good which requires a proper packing. Okay, then packing can also have some time. So there are multiple parameters that will impact your actual delivery time or actual delivery date when the goods will be reached to the customer. So then it plays a lot. When there all this factory calendar comes into picture. Okay. Now here you see it's a sales org calendar. Other things are just address and all the currency, which currency this sales org is going to work and all. And this is your factory calendar. This is one of the important parameters in your sales org actually. There are other things also. This as of now you can ignore it because this is something which will be required from intercompany and all those stuff. You can ignore this thing actually. Create your sales order from order to invoice. This much is enough. You need a factory calendar and you need a currency. Let's say what else is important here. Uh,
Deepak,
yeah,
currency, which currency we are going to use, like the INR, no?
anything we can use. Let's see. Let's maybe we'll use euro or let's see INR. Okay.
Mhm.
When we will create it to the order, will that time we'll see. The currency basically see there. As I said, the currency will be at a sales of level. Then there will be one more currency that you will maintain in customer master. So when you create a sales order, basically that time I think the first priority will be given to customer master only. Okay. So we'll see that once we
Okay,
create the sales order,
okay,
that time we will see. If it is not
okay,
working, you can change it because as I said, it will coming from two places only, maybe from customer or maybe from sales order. So that we can change it. So factory calendar or holiday and working days you define it. Okay. There is another path actually. You will see here you are just assigning the factory calendar. You're not defining the factory calendar. Okay. Pay attention to the term. Here we are just assigning it. If you press F4 again, you will see all the factory calendar which is available. Let's press F4 and let's see. You see so many factory calendars for every country. Whatever SAP knows actually, okay, these are the national holiday for that country. So SAP has created the factory calendar for almost all the country. But you see, we end up creating our own because every country and every plant will have their own holiday and all, right? It's not the general that every plant will follow the same what do you call working day and all in the country. So that way we create our own factory calendar starting from G1, G2, G3, anything you can create. Okay, GA, GR. So
Deepak, I have one question.
yeah.
Like when in the interview, no,
Mm-hmm.
when this gateway people took my interview, so they
Mm-hmm.
were like, "Ki which INR, like which currency we use in SAP?" So I said INR. So he said me instead of INR, you should say local. So what is that exactly? Local,
You know,
local word.
what they said? What was asked? Can you come again?
What currency we are going to use in SAP? So I said INR. My answer was INR.
Hmm.
So he said me, instead of INR, you should say local.
Okay.
Yes.
So no, maybe I am not getting. See, currency, as I said, it depends on customer. Let's say you are selling someone or customer from Gujarat. Obviously, the transaction
Okay.
is going to happen in Indian currency only, rupees only, right? But say,
Right.
let the customer is
Mm-hmm.
sitting in China. and
Okay.
customer wants billing in the Chinese currency, right? Yen or whatever it is.
Okay.
Then you have to work based on that currency only. In sales order, you have to get that currency only. Okay, there are that conversion
Okay.
also. It's not like whatever currency you take that only it works because there are conversion factor also coming into picture. Let's say you have maintained price in INR, okay, and the
Okay.
customer wants currency Chinese currency. So now in the
Mm-hmm.
real world also some type of conversion is happening, right? Some what do you call that currency converter, right? Some one rupee into one rupee is like 10 yuan or something, right? Some sort of relation will be there, right? That we
Right.
maintain in currency exchange rate. Okay, that is something which finance people will be taking care. So that we maintain, and then even if your customer is in Chinese currency and you have maintained the price in INR, your sales order will automatically
Mm-hmm.
convert that INR to Chinese currency. Okay,
Okay.
so it's not like something which currency we will work. It's up to the customer master. Which customer master you're going to take. Let me create one sales order. Let's see. I'll see you how it works actually. Let us take this one because it works actually. ZC, ZD. Okay. Let us put the customer. Now, if I go to pricing, you see we are maintaining INR. It's coming in INR. Okay. And if you go to header also, let me go to header, sales order header. And you see document currency is INR. From where it is coming?
Mm-hmm.
It is coming from customer master. Let me show you. If I go to this customer master, customer master T code is BP. Okay. Business partner actually. It will be under the sales role. These are different roles actually. This is FLCU00, FLC01. These two at least are important role for us. These three basically. This is general role. This is finance role. Finance data will be maintained here. And the sales role. This is the sales role actually. Okay. These three at least you should remember. So we have to go to sales role. We go to the sales area. You see currency. So it's something based on customer. Which customer you're going to take? If I take another customer which has a currency euro, then automatically my sales order will be in euro only, right? So this question like which currency you will be working is something. It's master data specific. Which customer master we are taking? Okay. So this question actually doesn't make any sense. And
Okay.
which currency you're going to work? It's master data related stuff. If my customer master, if I maintain euro, let me show you right away. Uh, Let me change this to euro maybe. Maybe we will get some error if the conversion rates are not maintained, but let's see if I make it to euro. Okay, now let me try to create sales order again. Hopefully now it should come euro. Even I'm also not very sure, but let's see. Let's give it a shot. No need to go inside also. Here itself you can see now currency has came to euro. Okay.
Right.
Anyway, you can go to pricing also. You see euro. But here it is
Yes.
coming INR. Why? Because I have maintained the price in INR. Now you see automatically since the customer is euro, that means customer wants billing in euro only. My INR got converted to euro automatically. It's not happened automatically. Some rate we have maintained in the backend, that is currency exchange rate. Okay, so based on that rate, system has automatically converted my rupees into euro. Yeah. So now if
Okay.
someone asks you what is the document currency, the document currency is euro only, but price we have maintained in INR. You see, it's all up to depending on customer master only. So this question actually, if you ask me, doesn't make any sense. Is which currency you're going to work? It's a master data. If I want to work in USD, I can maintain USD also. In my sales order, that USD will come. Okay, clear?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So this factory calendar is important one field, and as I said few address. Let's go to the sales org actually. Yeah, this address and all. So these all address you will get from the business only. What address they want to maintain here. The factory calendar also they will create, or maybe I don't know who actually creates this factory calendar, but you will just assign the factory calendar here. Then there is one more important checkbox is there. This rebate proactive checkbox. Okay, there is a functionality in SAP. Let's say there is the agreement happened between customer and the company that if you buy goods from me, let's say in the 6 month, if you buy goods of 1 lakh, any good, if the billing goes beyond 1 lakh, I'll give you some 50,000 rupees discount. Okay. Now, let's say the first invoice you are creating. Okay, let's say the agreement happened from January to June, and January the first invoice is created for 1 lakh. That time you don't know, right? Whether that 10 lakh or whatever that final limit was there that got exceeded or not. So that time you cannot give that discount thing, right? So you just need to note it down somewhere. Okay, this customer has this invoice got created. That's fine. But at the end of May or June, you will sum up all the invoices, right? And then you will check whether that limit got exceeded or not. If it got exceeded, the criteria is fulfilled. Then you will give that rebate to the customer, correct? In real world also this works actually, right? If you buy something from a company, there could be some clause like this only. Like if you buy something more than this much in this period, I will give you some additional discount. So that discount will be calculated at the end of the time period, right? Let's say 6 months or 1 year, whatever it is. So that we call it rebate basically, okay? Discount is different, okay? Discount is something that you will get instantly. Like say if you're buying something, you must have seen 10% discount in any goods. That discount you get at that time itself. Let's say the price is 1,000 rupee, 10 rupee discount is there. Then that time itself I will pay 900 only, right? I don't pay 1,000 because that is discount. Discount applies instantly. But rebate is something that will be calculated at the end of that period. Now, how it works and all in SAP and all, you don't need to worry about all this because this is another big module actually to handle this rebate and this contract management and all. But if you, whether your invoice is coming under that criteria or not, right? Or your transaction, whatever you're doing, is applicable for that rebate calculation or not. There are few prerequisite to that. So this is one of the prerequisite. This has to be checked in. Then only the invoice, whatever you create under this sales org, will be applicable for your rebate calculation. If you don't click here, whatever invoice you create from this in sales org, that invoice will not be applicable for your rebate calculations. Okay, so this is one of the prerequisite. There are three places there are three prerequisite actually to for rebate to work. This is one of them. Okay. Now,
Deepak, like what if we click and if the discount is not applicable?
then nothing. No,
Later,
let's say you are the
nothing
customer
happens.
and there was a company, let's say XYZ, and there is no agreement. Then what will happen? Whatever the price or whatever the billing will happen, you will just bill it and you will give the money. That's it. But if there is that rebate agreement happened, that time what will happen at the month at the end of 6 months, company will do the calculation how much Kuswant has bought from us. Okay, January 1 lakh rupee, February there was two billing for 5 lakh. Then they will sum up all the what you call values, and then they will see whether your limit exceeded or not. And then based on that, you will get the discount, but you will get when you will get it at the end of the period, not at the time of billing. So that is the difference. Discount instantly it's what you call applied, but rebate is not instantly.
Like what if we check in the
They
end
will
of the
check all
period?
the
Like
yeah, they will check all
you
the
say from
invoices.
January
Once
to
you have the
June, right?
invoice,
So,
then you'll have some invoice number, right?
oh,
Even if you buy something from online shopping or anywhere, you will get some bill.
yes,
Some bill number will be there, right? And your customer code will be there because you are the customer from them,
yes,
right?
yes.
For that order. So they will take out all those invoices, and they will do that calculation whether the total value is exceeded to that certain value or not. Okay.
Okay.
So see, rebate scheme if customer purchases 50, as I said, it could be in rupees or it could be in numbers also. Okay, let's say 15,000 numbers cartoons from January to December, then he will be eligible for 15% rebate. Then what we will do in at the month of December we have to calculate, or at the end of December to be precisely, at the end of December we will check all the purchase whatever happened for that customer. If it is exceeding 15,000 numbers, then we have to give 15% discount. If it's not exceeding, then this discount you will not get. Okay, this is another kind of discount, but to be precisely, it's not a discount, it's a rebate. You see, it's a special kind of discount. It is conditional, right? If it is exceeding, then only I'm giving. If it is not exceeding, I will not give, right? Let's say 10 lakh or 50,000 numbers, whatever it is, it's a conditional. If it is exceeding, then only I will give that discount. If it is not, I will not give it. And also, there is a period also assigned, right? From January to December or January to May, whatever. There will be some period, 6 months, 3 months, 1 year, whatever it is. So this is something. Uh, as I said, so this is one of the prerequisite. Okay, you just need to remember this much itself. That's fine for you. For what are the prerequisite for rebate to work? Then first prerequisite is you have to put the checkbox in the sales org that rebate proactive. Okay. Now, this all you can ignore. As I said, these are the yearly data for third party and all. You can ignore all these things because it requires a lot of other configs also to work actually. Okay, but theoretically you should know what is third party actually. There are two processes actually. Third party and IPO. Okay, third party process and IPO. That's individual purchase order. So theoretically, you should know at least what is this third party and IPO. So third party process is something. Let's say I'm running a company, and the customer comes to me for some good, and let's say for any reason I don't have that goods in my company, in my plant, I don't have the stock for that goods, right? But I don't want to lose that customer. In real world also, you must have seen this. You go to some shop and you ask for something. If the goods is not available to that shop, they will not say I don't have. They'll simply say just wait, I'll get it from somewhere. They will not say that they are going from some near shop also. Okay. Sometimes what they will say, they'll keep you waiting, and they'll go to some other shop. They will take it from them, and then they will sell, give it to you, right? This happens in the real world. You don't know from where you get the good, but it's fine that you went to one shop and you got your goods. That's it. So in SAP also, or in the real world also, this kind of businesses happen. Okay. Or sometimes what happens, let's say a company doesn't want to produce that good. It's not a very profitable item, so company doesn't produce it, but it is required for one of the product of the company. So what the company does, company produces the main material, and I said that those small things, what company can do, they can buy it from some small vendor. So in those kind of process, this third party comes. So third party means customer comes to you, you place the order. I mean, you will create a sales order in your system, SAP VA01. You will create a sales order. In the back end, a purchase order will be created automatically. Purchase order means now you are becoming the customer for that vendor, right? Let's say there is a vendor. This is your vendor. This is your company. This is a customer. Customer places the order first, right? Then, as I said, there will be one PR, purchase requisition, then a PO, purchase order will be created. Then this will be the vendor who is going to deliver the goods. Okay, now see, there is a small difference between this third party and IPO. The difference is in third party, the vendor itself will deliver the good to the end customer. You see this step five. Vendor is delivering your goods to the customer. You don't want to get involved in the shipment and all, right? You just said to that vendor, boss, deliver that good to that customer. That's it. How you are going to deliver, I don't care. You just deliver it. That's it. But in IPO, it's a similar up to here. Customer comes to you, you don't have a stock, or for any reason you want some vendor to deliver, or you want to get the stock from vendor. You create a PR, you create a PO. Then vendor will deliver goods to you first. Vendor will not deliver to the customer. That's the only difference. Okay. Third party, vendor delivers the goods to customer. In IPO, vendor will not deliver directly to customer. Instead, vendor will deliver it to you, and then you deliver to customer. Okay, that's the only difference here in third party and IPO. Any confusion in this one? Anyone? theoretically at least. How it works in SAP, that's another story, but it requires a lot of other configs also to work. If time permits, at that we will see all this. But theoretically, at least you should know what is third party and what is IPO. Okay, clear up to here?
Yes, definitely.
Deepak, in IPO we are involved, and in this third party
No,
we are not
anyway, we are
involved, right?
involved, but the only difference is in delivering the
Yes. So we
goods,
can.
we are not involved in third party, but in IPO, we are also involved in delivering the goods physically because the vendor will give it to me. Then I have to deliver it to customer. Anyway, your company is
Okay.
involved, right? In any of the process, your company is involved. The customer comes to you only. See, if I say I'm not involved, this is something wrong statement, right? Anyway, I'm involved only, right? The customer is coming to me only. But delivering the
Okay.
goods is happening by vendor in third party, and here the delivery of the goods will be done by us. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So billing can be done
Yeah, billing will be
only
done to us
through
only. Yeah,
our
because
company,
as I
right?
said, let's
Because
say you went to
not
some
by the
shop,
vendor.
and the shop, you are a regular customer to that shop. That shopkeeper will not say you, right, go to that next shop and buy. They'll simply say, just wait, I will get it from my godown or something. Sometimes they will lie you. Okay, they will not say no, I don't have. I'll get it from some other shop. They'll simply say, just wait, I'll get it from my godown. They will go to some other shop or some other business. They will buy it from them, and then they will deliver it to you, right? So that's the third party only, correct?
Yes, yes.
Uh, Now, see, in SAP, a customer, when you are billing to a customer, let's assume yourself as a company, then you will create an invoice. Customer will get an invoice, right? But now, when you are purchasing something from some other company, then you are the customer, right? And some vendor is delivering to you, right? Now, think from this perspective. For this customer, who is the vendor? This entity is the vendor, right? From where it is getting the goods. But once you sit here at this point, then this is your customer. Things changes, right? Let's say I am buying from Kuswant. Let's say I am buying something from Kuswant. Then Kuswant is what? Kuswant is vendor that will deliver me something, right? But for Kuswant, Deepak is a customer, correct? So whenever we say this customer vendor, yeah,
For you, I am the
company or
company,
vendor
right,
only,
Deepak?
right? Company or vendor only. Vendor
Yeah,
is
for
what?
you, I am
Vendor
the
is
company.
something who will deliver the
Yeah.
goods or from where you will procure the goods,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
But for you, I am the customer, right? Because you are going to sell me. And the end customer. So whenever we
Yes.
use this term customer, vendor, all these things, we are talking from the this perspective. We are sitting here, okay? We are sitting in the company. From this perspective, we will always define who is vendor, who is customer. For a company, the customer who buys good, the person who buys good is a customer, or any company or any person who is delivering some raw material to the company, that becomes the vendor, right? Now, we all things you can ignore. Yeah, now there are few controls and shipping point also. Okay, let's go to shipping point now. I think it was logistic general. Okay,
Logistic execution, right? In logistic execution.
what was the shipping point which we created? That SP1, right? Let's open that SP1 only. SP1. Now you see there are few other parameters also, or few controls or few configurations available inside the shipping point. One of them is factory calendar, very important parameter, right? Let's say what else we have there important. Factory calendar we already seen what is factory calendar. So I said each shipping point can have their own working hour or working days. So that up to shipping. So let's say assume your plant and shipping point both are in sync. Okay, let's say both are working 5 days, both will have same holiday. Then what you will do? You will just create one calendar, you will assign it to both. correct? And let's say your plant works on a different day, or let's say plant have some different working day or working holiday and all those things, and your shipping point has a different. Then what you will do? You need to create two factory calendar. Clear? This is clear. What I'm saying,
So
let's
can
say
you
your
repeat it?
plant and shipping point both are operating similarly. They are in sync only. If plant works, then only shipping point works. If your plant doesn't work, if let's say plant doesn't produce, that day shipping point is also not work. Let's say 1st May is the factory calendar for India, right? That day nobody will work. So let's assume your plant and shipping point both are working on the same day, and if there is a holiday, holiday will be also there for both of them. Then you will only create one factory calendar, correct? And what you will do, you will assign that factory calendar to both, same factory
Yes.
calendar. Let's say Z1 or ZA, whatever it is, you will assign that factory calendar to both. But let's say, as I said, plant, when I say plant, always think from the, what do you call, when in this kind of discussion, you always assume plant means something who is producing the goods. Now, let's say maybe the production happens 6 days, but the shipping point works 7 days a week. That time, you need to create two different factory calendar, right? One for plant and one for shipping point. Clear? So this is how actually SAP
Yes.
always gives you option. Whatever branches is possible, right? SAP always gives you that option. If you don't want to use it, fine, you assign the same factory calendar. That's up to you. But if you want to have a different factory calendar for your shipping point, you can always have. Okay, this is one of the example actually I'm saying. In real world also, when you will see other configs and all, then that time you will see. SAP gives you all the options wherever the branches is possible. If this is not, then what should happen? That also SAP considers, and then SAP that control also SAP gives you. Okay. Now, now you see the path line. It's the kind of loading time. Go to shipping mode. It is time taken to do the process of loading the goods into truck. Right? It's a loading time basically. You can say pick pack time. As I said, picking is not separately. Actually, basically, packing is something which it will take time, right? Maybe let's say it's a soft material, it could damage. Then you end up wrapping some thermocol or some wood material around it, and then you tie it with the ropes and all, right? So that we call it pick pack time basically. Okay, so it is the time taken to pick the material from the storage location to pack it. So this time where you will maintain? You will maintain in shipping point only, right? Now, loading time, it's as the name suggests, how much time it will take to load that goods into the truck and all. That is the loading time. You all these things you can see here. You see, uh, pick pack time, work days, pick pack time, working hour. Okay, so you see now only not only what do you call in days you can maintain up to hour. Let's say one loading takes 1 day 2 hours, 1 day 3 hours. So up to hour level you can maintain that precision. Even in the minute also, if you see there is a minute option also available. So up to minute also you can do that calculation. But generally, I mean you will not do this configuration up to hour and minute level. You maintain something here 1 day 2 day, that's it. Okay, because that is something not feasible. Uh, okay, loading time is done. What else we have important here? Mm, Active calendar is important. Working time, this is something we call it shift actually. So this also we maintain. So these all are related to shipping point. At what time, what is the working hour, all those things you can maintain here. As I said, loading time in days, loading time in hour, pick pack time, packing time in. Generally, we don't say pick or pack separately. We simply say pick pack time. Okay. So pick pack time in days, pick pack time in hour. This also you can maintain. And these all are few addresses. Again, it's something which your what do you call, the company or the business will give you what address they want to give. So it's up to them. You just maintain it here. That's it. And yeah, these all you can leave it as of now. These are the few controls. So now if someone asks you, can you tell me a few options or few controls or few configuration that is available in shipping point. So you should tell at least few. Pick pack time, loading time, factory calendar. At least if you tell three also, that's good that you remember something. Okay. Now,
So this pick pack time, loading time,
yeah,
this
client
all
only.
that
You
will
will
be
not
given by
know
the
na, how much time
client,
it will take
Deepak,
time
or
to pick and
we
all,
should.
right? So everything will be given by the business only. How much, what is the picking time, what is the pick pack time, what is the loading time, everything they will give. You just need to maintain it. Okay. As a consultant, you don't decide, right? Because you are not the
Okay.
owner. You are not the process owner, right? So you will get the information from them and then you just maintain it. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's say master data. Okay. So there are few master data in SAP. There are multiple master data actually. From the SAP SD perspective, we have four type of master data basically. One is customer master, one is material master, one is CMIR, customer material info record, and then your condition master. Okay. Why we need master data actually? First, you need to understand this. See, let's say Kuswant is a customer. Kuswant has some address. Kuswant has some delivery priority. Kuswant has some phone number. Kuswant will have some email address, right? Now, let's say if I don't create a master data, then what will happen? Each time if I have to place an order for Kuswant, I have to enter all those information manually. Email address, phone, the postal code, the city, right? Everything I have to enter again and again. I'm just giving a very basic example. There are n number of fields in the any master data, whether it's a customer or material. There are so many fields. Okay, sales area, sales region. Okay, there are so many things. So we don't want, or in real world also, we don't want to enter all those things again and again because it will just end up wasting time, right? So what we do, we create some customer master. You must have seen in the some day-to-day transaction also. They ask you the phone number and all, right? So what basically they do, they create some master data for you. They just enter your phone number and all your detail will come automatically. What is your name and all those things, right? What you have purchased last time, everything they can see. So master data basically we create so that we don't have to enter again and again to save time. We create master data, and there are four types of master data in SAP. For SAP SD, it's four types. There are for other module, it will have a different master data. Let's say for us, customer is important, right? To whom we are selling. But when you think from purchasing point of view, let's say you're working in a purchasing department. Then what will come instead of customer master? Instead of master is common.
Material master.
Instead of customer, what will be the no.
Material.
Material is common. Material you will also use that purchasing team will also use. In place of customer, what will be there? No.
Purchase.
In sell, what you do in SAP SD or in sales process, what you do? You sell something, right? To whom? Sales. So to whom you will sell?
Right.
Sales master.
Customer. But when you are working in a
Customer.
purchasing department,
Customer.
what you will do? What is your primary job? Vendor master. Exactly.
Vendor.
So when
Vendor.
you think from the purchasing point of view, then
Vendor.
there will be no customer master. That time they will have a vendor master. Okay. So now customer master is clear. I mean, what it is customer master to whom we are selling, the name, address, communication, detail, payment info. There are other n number of fields that we will see when we open the customer master. But as of now, few detail we enter in customer master so that we don't have to enter again and again. Okay. You see, no need to enter the detail.
So this has a separate
So this is the
report. This
customer
has
master.
separate
We opened
report.
this one, right? This BP. Where is that? Yeah, this is your customer master. If I go to display, let's see, I'll show you that one. If I go to general data, mm, you see the address and everything we have here, right? We can have the email address also here. See, telephone, fax, right? Postal code, time zone, region. Like in India, we have state, right? So that could be Andhra, Maharashtra, whatever it is. Postal code will be there, city will be there, right? So there's a number of things. Now you see if you press it, see here, there are three type of customer could be there, right? Whether I mean one type of customer is either it could be individual customer, then it's a person. Let's say you're selling to some other company, right? Let's say you're selling to some other company. The company is your customer, but the company is what kind of customer? I mean that company itself is a what do you call organization, correct? So there are three types of customer: person, organization, group. So this is your customer master. How you maintain your customer master? In transaction BP. Okay, BP is the business partner, and in ECC actually it was XD01, XD02, XD03. Okay, wherever I said 1, 2, 3 is always for 1 for create, 2 for change, 3 for display. Generally, like VA01, we create sales order. Decode for sales order change, VA02. Decode to display sales order, VA03. But BP is something different. You type BP and then you can do whatever. Let's say we are into the display mode. You see display sales order. If I click on this pencil button, you see switch between display and change. If I click here, it becomes your change. Now we are into change mode. Now you see all these fields are editable now. I can type something here, right? So BP is your business partner. The full form is BP. We'll come to that one later, okay? Once we discuss this customer master. As of now, you just understand this is your customer master, how it looks like basically, and this is one of the master data. Now, material also, right? Whenever I'm placing order for, let's say, Kusmanth is a customer and then the company, every time I don't want to enter every detail of a material, right? Material could have multiple parameters, multiple detail also, right? The product weight, the dimensions, the kg, right? Let's say Kuswant is buying some milk. That time we are going to sell in liter. Kuswant is buying some DI pipe. We will be selling in some ton, and there will be some sizes also, right? What kind of what do you call a 6-inch dia, 7-inch dia. So there are some master details required for your material master also, right? So all those information we place in material master data. This material master is common. Okay, this customer master is something which is 90% we own this customer master, right? Because as a sales team or since you are working as a SD consultant, you are also part of sales only, right? Sales team only. So customer master is generally owned by salespersons. Okay, not you. Obviously, the business will be owning it and they will give you the data or whatever they have to do it. They will be doing it. But as a module wise, SGO module is the ownership of your customer master. Material master is something everybody is using, right? Let's say some material your purchasing department is buying, then that material master they will use. Let's say some production team is producing something, they will also end up producing some material only, right? So they will also use the material. Sales team, we are going to sell it, so we are also doing it. So material master is something which is being shared across all the module. There is no specific module you can say this is the owner of that material master. So how it happens in material master? Like in SAP, in this customer master, as I told you, there are few views, right? This is the general data, this is the company code data or finance data, and this is your sales data. Now, if anything has to be maintained related to finance, they will create here in the finance role. Okay. So again, your customer master is also segregated based on role. If you have to do some changes, you will only do change in this sales role. This is sales role actually. Okay. And this is your company code. So finance person will do change in this role. Whatever you are going to change, you will change only in the sales role. Okay. Now let's go to material master also. How it is segregated actually. Let us open one material, maybe this only. Right. Uh, yeah. Now you see material master data is segregated or divided into some groups. Okay. These all are called views. Basic data, sales or you see sales tax, MRP, advanced planning, general plant data storage, accounting view, plant stock, all those things. So each views are owned by a different model basically. This is how it works basically on a what do you call on a hard and fast rule you can say. So wherever you see this what do you call basic data is common, right? It's what we call a material. I will also call the same. Production team will also come call the same thing. Everybody will call the same, right? Material name will not change. So basic data is common. Now wherever you see the sales term, right? Sales or data one, two, data two, sales plant, or let's say sales text, I mean sales text and all. So this is something we own it. We means SD team will own it. Okay. If you see, let us remove this one now. Who will own this purchasing? What all data or view this purchasing department will what do you call? They will own it. There will be some purchasing view also. Where is that purchasing view? No, I don't see it. There is some purchasing view also because that views depends on the type of material. As I said, purchasing is something generally we purchase the raw material, right? So purchasing team will maintain master data for purchase. But there could be few material, as I said, let's say there are few material that you sell it, but you don't, for some reason, for some particular transaction, you want to buy it from some vendor. So now that material you will also use it something, and you that material will be shared by the purchasing department also, right? So basically, as a thumb rule, material master is shared across all the module. It's the view on which you are working. So we will be working on the sales view. Production planning team will be working in this MRP views basically. Whatever data they have, they maintain here. Okay. The finance team will maintain the accounting and all. Okay. So this is how it is divided. Okay. Now, what is the next master data object? We call it master data object also. This is how it will be asked actually. Can you tell me the master data in SAP SD? What are the master data object we have? So then you need to tell these four: customer, material, CMIR. Just remember this term actually, customer material info record. What it is, we will see later. Okay, we will create one CMIR and then I'll show you. As a thumb, as a generic information you can understand. CMIR is use customer material info record. So this is some information that is only relevant for some particular customer and for some particular material. That information we maintain in CMIR. Okay, so CMIR is something which is specific to one customer and one material. Okay, there are few fields which we maintain in CMIR. There are many fields actually. Okay, so this is also one of your master data. Then your condition master, or you can say is a price master. Okay, let's say there are 10 different items in your company, right? And today, those all material will have different prices. Let's say one material 10 rupee, other material 20 rupee, the third material is 40 rupee. Since we are talking about 10, let's say there are 100 materials, right? So there will be a team who will be deciding the price, right? What price we have to sell those goods, right? So that price also comes under your master data. When you create a sales order, let me go to our sales order which we were creating, right? You see, when I was creating the sales order, I never entered 30, right? This 30 automatically came, right? Let me show it again. I go to sales or this, and I put the customer master, put the material, I put some quantity. Okay. Now if I go to condition, you see 30 automatically came. I never entered 30, right? So from where it is coming? It is coming from master data. Which master data? Pricing master data. Someone has maintained this 30 for this material. That one piece will be sold on 30 rupee. You see, we have entered two pieces. So 30 rupee is the price for one piece. Since we have two pieces, the price becomes 60. Okay, so this is we call it price master. If it is not there, that then what will happen? You have to enter it manually. If you have not maintained the pricing master, then you have to enter it manually. Then only your price will come, right? So that is also one of the master data in SAP SD. So these four at least you should remember. Okay. And this is also one of the important field, I mean, important point actually, why we maintain master data. Because let's say, as I said, for Kuswant, let's say there are 10 orders, and every time I'm entering Kuswant detail, every thing manually. So there is a chance of manual error also, right? Sometimes maybe I will type some wrong address, I will type some wrong email address. So if I create a master data, then these all errors will not be coming, right? I just create a customer master and I will just type that customer code. That's it. every detail become automatic. You see, all this detail comes automatically. Whatever we have in the master data, it all comes here. You see, the address, phone number, email address, everything it automatically takes from your customer master and brings it in the sales order. So there is less chance of manual error. Correct? So this is also one of the reason why we have this master data in SAP. If someone asks you what is the advantage of maintaining master data, I can enter the master data one by one in each sales order, right? So you have to say, yeah, it will take your time, and also there is a chance of manual mistake. So that's why we create master data actually, and this is how SAP works. Okay, let's stop here only. Tomorrow we'll see one by one maybe. Yes, at the high level, these are four master data. Now we will see one by one what are all role we have and what is customer master and then what is material master. We'll see one by one. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow means
Deepak,
next day
tomorrow
actually.
is Saturday.